everybody, and welcome, Wood God. Hello, welcome, sir.
Oh lord, I think the ceiling's gonna break. You better move, guys.
What will the neighbors think?
Okay, what happened last time?
Oh shit, it's my turn. Right, fuck. Okay, so, last time we left off, we are at the ball. The ball is great. Not really.
On my job again.
Yeah, but shit happened during the ball. Hamatia got snagged upon, and also Fad got snagged upon, but that's not relevant for now. What's relevant for now is that they were all in the garden, and they wanted to ask Lyria what the fuck is going on.
Huh?
And with like Erasmus, and why they're so nervous about him being there. So
Wait. I think
I know, I get it, I know. Okay. Don't worry. Okay, so Leia wanted to say it, but over in the corner there was like Eris brooding. So Nick was like,
stop. You're doing last episode. That's
no,
not
I
the
know,
one.
I'm going to get it's context, man. I know.
Oh, but we're not in the garden.
Wait, isn't it in the garden?
You're reading
isn't it-
episode
No, that's
49,
49.
not episode 50.
Oh
You're doing
shit!
49.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I was really confused.
And-
Like, what? That.
Yeah, I was
It's
also
my
like
fault.
last
It's
one.
Bexxy's
Once
fault.
again, I must
Wait, I don't
ask
have the
for your
summary here, shit.
forgiveness.
Oh no, yeah, I don't.
It's coming.
I need a summary. Give me some.
It's
You-
already
That's why I thought it
there.
was so long.
It's
It's
already
there.
Oh, there we go.
It's
Cookie,
already
breathe.
Breathe, my man.
Take a breath.
Okay.
Start again.
Okay, so last time,
Yes.
Oh, it isn't that one.
Lord Baskel was already dining on Hamatia, while Lady... Give me a moment. I'm searching for it. The other one was dining on... Get her name later. The other one was dining on Fad, the Chad. Anyway,
Lady Tista.
yeah, so Lyria clocks Baskel having a nice little afternoon drink on Hamatia, and she goes in to intervene. Baskel sees the situation, and he walks away, and Lyria's like, hey, are you okay? You got sucked on. And Hamatia's like, yeah, I got sucked on, so what? Anyway. So they were talking a little bit, and then Gertruda makes her way over to Elia with her drink, and she's like, hey, what's that on your face? Wine! And she spills the drink all over Leia. And you hear like the vampire mean girls laugh about it. And Leia, while she doesn't find it amusing, she also doesn't hold it against Gertruda, and both she and Hamatia take her outside because Gertruda is all over the place. E and H, what for E and H?
Illyria and Hamatia. I just got
Okay.
tired of spelling your names out.
I'm sorry, mix of the number of the study.
Mood.
Anyway, so they take her outside and they try to convince her to not become a vampire, basically, and not become corrupted by all of this opulence and...
Wait, before that though, Morgantha and Strahd at the door blocking your exit.
Yeah, of course. So Morgantha and Strahd were blocking the door, and they were like arguing a little bit about the contract and who did what, and it seems like Morgantha got... Strahd got the best of Morgantha in that verbal duel. Before she leaves, she goads the E&H, and she's like, haha, I know a kid of her hand, and then she goes away. Meanwhile,
Wow.
Fad is standing for his portrait with a burning fucking skull in his hand. Burning skull oozing with blood, I should add. And while they're having the little awkward moment there, basically Hamatia, Gertruda, and Elia barge in, and it's a little bit awkward, it's a little bit unpleasant, and just promptly leave.
It's so awkward
Okay.
to listen to.
Yeah, I know. But we shall also remember what Gertruda said. I've never seen.
I've
man.
never.
And then you found a shirt.
My first chest.
Yeah.
Okay, Gertruda explains why she wants to be there, and Lyria and the Martyrs don't really like the fact that she's there, and they want to convince her to come home, and she doesn't want to, and then they try to warn her that this place is not what it seems, and like, everyone there is a piece of shit, and then Martyrs is like, hey, look, I got scars here because of one person here, and she shows off her scars, and she scares Gertruda away because she's not a people person. Okay. Meanwhile,
Back in the porn studio.
Wow. Only thing missing is the black sofa.
Okay, Tista finishes Fad's portrait.
An actual porn.
Yeah, it's actual. Is
Got blue balls so hard.
Is it 10? Does it qualify as 34? Maybe? When it is 10. Okay, so yeah, she finishes the portrait. And she basically, they talk about her history a little bit, and that she was a good painter before she became a vampire, and because she became a vampire, her abilities to actually portray things was enhanced. And we also revealed the name of the portrait, which is When in Borovia. Nice. Anyway, not nice. Horrifying. Anyway, Nyx. Meanwhile, Nyx is basically eavesdropping on people in the ballroom. And he eavesdrops on Strad and Cantimir, and they're talking about Borovia Village. Strad seems kind of concerned that the wine production is not really flowing at the moment, and Cantimir is basically trying to weasel his way out of it. And yeah, Strad doesn't really like it. So... Wait. I lost my train of thought, shit. Yeah, and basically Strad tells him that he's on thin ice because he killed Nyx's cousin, which is another dead family member I wasn't aware of, but Nyx had been killed. Anyway. And Nyx approaches Strad, and they start talking a little bit of small talk, which then Nyx offers Strad. No, it doesn't offer Strad. He suggests to Strad that he should probably look for another option, another alternative option to how to run Borovia Village, because Nyx doesn't really like Cantimir for reasons, which, as we said, dead family member. Oh shit, I'm losing my train of thought. Well, I'm really losing it.
Okay, you got this.
We believe in you.
Okay. Anyway, so Nyx basically tries to fuck over Cantimir, and Strad is like, okay, not yet, but when the time does come, you can have your way with him. Is that correct?
Wow! What? That is not
Whoa.
the term I would use.
Okay,
No!
Oh, yeah.
No!
okay. I'm sorry.
But yes, but also no.
Yes, but actually, no.
More from the perspective of enacting vengeful justice.
No,
for
of
the murder
course,
of his cousin.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I meant. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Okay.
So, dessert is announced. Woo! Anyway. And everyone is getting called back into the mansion, into like the ballroom, the central ballroom, to partake in the dessert and the artistic portion of the ball, which starts with a mechanical-looking child thing called a cogboy that sticks his ass up and goads people to throw a knife in it. And they do, but he's too quick, too fast, and no one manages to stick a knife in his ass for some reason.
It was just hitting him with the knife, not where did you
Not
get
the
the ass from?
Oh, I don't remember.
How kind of...
I remember a vastly different version of that. Anyway, after nobody manages to actually stick him with the knife, okay, we have to stab him with the knife. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to keep it together.
I'm sorry, this is a mess.
It's great. You're doing great.
Baba Lasagna, Isaga, which is the Hag of Hags, the Haggy Mummy, the Hag Queen, and also apparently sort of a mother figure to Strad, goes up to Illyria, his newfound girlfriend, and starts to have a job interview with her, which Illyria tries to be assertive, but to everyone around her, it seems like she got mediocre results in the interview, and Baba wasn't seem to be really impressed by it. And so the party said to Illyria, hey, you should be more assertive, you need to have a fire. And Illyria's like, no, I have a fire. And she goes away to get something to drink. And while she does so, Strad catches her, not really catches her, but she catches Strad's eye. And he's like, hey, listen, my room. And then he takes her.
Fuck me eyes.
And they basically sneak away into his private chambers.
Sneak away very publicly.
Sneak away. This is very
The
smart.
loudest possible way.
I'm trying to make it okay. Sneak away unsneakily into the private chambers. And there, he shows her all of his like beautiful collections and his like fireplace, and they go through his bedroom, but not land in the actual bed, into a piano room, if I remember correctly.
Just his bedroom.
Yeah, it's his bedroom, and they has a
He shows
piano.
his grand piano.
Yeah, it's grand piano.
He's showing me his grand piano.
Oh my
Oh,
god! I'm so sorry. Anyway,
You're welcome.
and then Strad tells her that he wrote a song about his feelings after Tatiana died, and now he's going to play it for her. What a romantic! What a sweet boy! And that's where we left off. I'm sorry.
This was great. I could listen to you do recaps all day. You're amazing.
I am so immersed right now.
I think I'm going to get negative inspiration for that.
No.
I'll drink to that.
You get a bane for 1 hour.
I get baned by myself. My brain got.
As you climb a mountain. Really there.
Okay, I usually, when I do a recap, I usually prep beforehand, but I prepped on the wrong episode.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have failed in my purpose.
Yeah, should I send that?
No, that's the best. That's the best of it all. Not gonna lie. Mama lasagna.
Yeah.
Just like another.
I typed it a bit slower, but we basically typed it in the chat at the same time.
Oh, I'm going to grab something to drink.
Okay, yeah, alright. Quiet down.
Spooky, okay.
No.
You'll be fine.
Never again.
Probably.
Oh, damn.
Also, I'm actually not really sorry, to be honest.
You could make Patron content for Cookie's recaps. Oh wow. Maybe. Just record him doing a recap instead of having the session summary shared on Google Docs. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back into the moment. Properly so. Past great dark spiral stone staircases, past edged and iron embossed arched wooden frames, past leaded Gothic windows partly covered by crimson gossamer drapes, past engraved oak panel walls, walled and plastered stone ceilings with delicate frescoes on every exposed surface, vivid paintings, lush divans, sofas, chairs, past stately corridors. There is a private corner of this grand castle. A softly lit office, study, an intimate cave meant for intimate discussion. Here, whisked away from the ostentatious masquerade ball, we find Lady Lyra Fedamore alone with Count Strahd von Zarovich, who is currently serenading her with a piece of his own composition. The piece indubitably reveals parts of his character for those who care to see. His straight and impeccable posture exposes his strict upbringing and the weight he subjects his own shoulders to. The notes he has chosen both announces that his mind holds secret melodies and emotions, but it's also a technical marvel, an indication of his brilliance, but also his need to assert it, to prove that he is worthy of it. The dynamics, sometimes slow, whispery, sweet, concedes that he has a soft touch when he wants to. But as easily, his hands hammer away in blinding speed, unyielding, exacting, chasing, confessing his short and wild temper. Lastly, his emotional expression should come into question. At first, it is merely a perfect display of unattached focus. If there's nothing simmering in his heart from the provoking musical sentences, or if there is pride blocking out such a vulnerable facade, who knows? However, as the piece paints the story, a crack appears in the mirror of his eyes. A stoic face, yes, but the windows to his soul betrays a deep, clawing, heavy grief and loneliness. So, not a perfect soul, far from it. But, even if you do not agree with his methods, it's a great soul nonetheless. Is it a soul worthy of admiration, respect, even love? There's one who holds the answer that would paint this soul's happiness, frustration, or despair until his death. The observer in this room. In her hand lies the pen, the sword, the scales. Now, fate, just as we will hold its breath as it patiently waits for the answer that it knows will come soon. Then, the last tone rings out. But Strahd, uncommonly so, remains passive, only watching his hands in contemplative silence.
Was quite beautiful.
Strahd, having Illyria's voice raise him out of his ponderous stupor, he merely turns his head a little bit to the side to watch you with one eye, and then the faintest of nods, his expression wholly unreadable. He continues to intensely stare, taking your form in, there, with the halo of a fireplace behind you.
I think Illyria is just a little, like, she is just kind of like looking at him, sort of. I mean, as she has been this whole time, and while she is probably not the most musically gifted, she's clearly able to tell what was in this piece. And I think it just adds a lot to this confusing mess and like wanting to know more.
He stares for a long minute, but then is finally broken by his approach. His form settles in strangely relaxed, leaning against the back of his stately desk, but still towering a little bit over you, where you sit on the mint green divan. His presence is quite overwhelming, this close and all encompassing. First, I must express my utmost gratitude for your acceptance of this event. I haven't felt the biting but warming touch of the sun for many, many years now. Alas, I swear, your presence is like that of the first spring, the glimpse of the sun after a long bitter winter. I can light-heartedly say that I crave it no longer, as long as you are here with me.
Him saying that, Leia kind of like, for a moment, just kind of looks down a little before catching herself. And you... I don't know if I'm worthy of such, but
You may not see it, but I do. But let us discard our small pleasantries before the hour grows too late. Lady Lyria, allow me to lay my heart open for you for a not moment. You see, once upon a time, I was a different man. Slightly different. That man met her. His eyes wanders to that of the painting above the mantelpiece, and he has clear, painful longing in his crimson eyes. So strange to see such vulnerability in such monstrous pools. She was one of the gods' women, fashioned by their own hands to show us mortals that there is paradise where we can enter, and that light can be here with us. In those tumultuous years, the surprising truth of my intense love grew upon me like some parasitic plant ran wild. As she approached me, I came to see that she was beyond beauty, as a river in spring flood was beyond a drop of water. She was, without doubt, the most handsome soul that I have ever seen. His eyes falls with his despair to plaster onto the flames writhing in his fireplace. Along with the sharp joy of love, a love I wasn't sure I was capable of feeling until her. I was cut in twain by the razor edge of despair, and I was unable to conceal that pain. I am still unable to conceal that pain. The mist rises higher still, the stars hidden from my pained sight. 1,000 nights, 1,000 years laid before me without her, or so I thought. His eyes then wanders to yours, searching, pausing. I have had the time now to ponder upon this miracle, and I have reached a revelation of a kind. He gently reaches out to grasp your hand in both of his. I have been unfair to you, and I can do nothing else than to lay my apology at your feet and hope you will forgive me. My absolute awe of your existence regrettably clouded my better judgment. You, my dear. He moves one of his hands from yours to your face, gingerly placing a strand of your fire-red hair behind your ear. You are not, in the end, my Tatiana. You share the same soul, somehow, yes. But not the same life, nor experience of time. You possess the misery of innocence, which like a cloud that passes over the fair moon, for a while hides, but cannot tarnish your brightness. His hand falls from gently cupping your cheek to your stolen hand again, and he utters a long sigh. She is not here, nor will she ever be. But in my presence is the river, the earth, the sky, and music, sunlight without shadow, be it humming a slightly different melody and glowing a slightly different light. When I looked upon her, my heart would swoop and soar at the sheer joy of it. And when I look upon you, Lady Lyria, my heart still swoops and soars in elated glory. And that is all the proof I need that my love does not discriminate. I love your essence, Illyria, not your past. Do you find any sense in my ramblings?
I think I understand. And you obviously loved her a lot, and I accept your apology.
There's a deep nod, and he carefully gives back your hand. Momentarily, a bit of cloud passing over his face as there's worry and hesitation for a second, and then his eyes rises once more to yours, brimming with strength. I must selfishly ask, then, do you hold any tender feelings towards me? Meanwhile,
Oh god.
Just so evil.
one second as I'm changing the environment music. Alright, okay. Calm down. There we go. Alright. The shit chatter. Calm down a bit. In the ballroom dies for every passing moment. But it echoes also more and more hollowly in the absence of the string music. It's clear that the party is over, and one after the other, guests approach a faring Rahadin and Helga that brings them to the lounge in small groups or alone to never be seen or return again.
Jesus.
What?
That's not far.
What?
For a while at least tonight.
To kill them.
There's a whole bunch of staking happening.
Wachter,
Yeah, the
Wachter,
end.
Wachter and her entourage goes first. Adrian and the woman. Cantemir is hot on her tail, with Duro dragging after him, after the former shopkeeper, now burgomaster, overhears the court vampires there in the group share a desire for hot, pulsating fresh blood. When Helga and Bahadin returns the next time, the unsteady Kirill, still pretty wasted, and the silent Rin goes next. At the same time, Erasmus excuses himself with a gorgeous bow, whilst taking with him an older gentleman with a rather dour outfit. Next in line is Baba Lasaga, who winks at Amartya before she takes her luscious looks out of way and out of view. Then Rahad and Theris, the still merry group of Vistani, pointedly not looking at you, and arms full of leftover dessert and some extra wine bottles. When their laughter dies, the conversation of the vampires become impossible to ignore. And you hear Elsa immediately say, "Come on! I should have some fun at this party, so we can properly remember it. Some people doesn't seem to understand how to treat a lady with proper respect and attention after all." She sends Nyx a rather infectious glance over her shoulder. "Yes, I must say I'm aching for some fresh essence, and it should be enough for all of us, don't you think? A little bit on the poor side, perhaps, but not too bad," says Prince Ariel as he weighs up the musicians as a butcher would cows. "Well, let me alleviate your concerns, my good prince," exclaims Pascal, with a polite bow of his upper body and an elegant twirl of his hands. "I have already had my full of something more delectable." The gnome with silver hair snorts and grumbles. "They are certainly not my taste either. Such ambiguous minds." Before he promptly walks away, ignoring all else. Then the tone of the calm Ludmilla speaks. "I must humbly advise caution, my ladies and lords. His lordship hasn't informed me what he wishes to do with these musicians as of yet. However, I know that his aim is to properly honor your prestige and stature tonight, so I am certain he would not deny you a taste." "Oh no! Such unfortune! I must then post-haste ask my forgiveness to the Count. The little one, the gnome, has given her liver to the grand culinary expression of mine tonight. She fades as we speak, my lovely Ludmilla." "Is that so? Lord Pascal, you must learn some discipline with your creative whims. It reflects poorly on all of us in this court." Pascal only offers an attempt for puppy eyes, but it looks more like the grin of a wolf that rather asks forgiveness than permission, and then offers Ludmilla a rose in another grandiose flourish. "It can't be helped with that one then. My recommendation still stands with the other." Ludmilla proclaims somewhere between authority and submission, then pushes away the rose rather irritatingly that has been offered to her by Pascal. She takes a few steps, bows in rather polite manner to you three, and then she leaves the room as well. Pascal quick to follow, continuing to summon roses, hoping that she would accept at least one of his, and his attention is completely centered on her as he leaves, offering Amartya no glance behind. Soon, the voice of patience leaves the room. The remaining vampires descend upon the dreamy musicians like a pack of hungry lions. Eyes flashing yellow-red, fangs bared, lips licked. The musicians, on the surface, remain in their seat with their polite smiles and dazed eyes. What happens next can only be described as a show of sensual vulgarity. What do you do?
Should we get a room, maybe?
Yeah, I think we should probably
Yeah, we should probably leave him to it.
Yep. I'm a bit
Next.
tapped out myself.
Next is kind of transfixed at like the carnivorous mound of just like slurping and biting, and quickly will snatch up his book and write a few words in there before saying to the others, "I've heard of this, but never seen it before. I would suggest we leave before their appetite is unsatisfied."
Yep. Well, maybe we should speak with Helga, maybe? Helga? Is Helga here?
Yeah, she's right around the corner.
Oh, good.
Oi. Yeah, she doesn't like me much, that one.
Helga, my dear, I thank you for your wonderful efforts with my gown, but the night has grown long and we seek at least some respite within the apartment. Would you be so kind as to escort us?
She, with a rather blank expression, she nods and she says, "I hope the festivities have been up to your expectations and more so, and I will gladly escort you back to your room. Or do you wish to leave, even? That is an option."
I think we shall be waiting for our companion, Lady Lyria, before we set a foot to leave.
Are you suggesting that we have, at least for now, free range of the castle, Helga?
She squints her eyes a little bit, and then she says, "I guess a formal tour would not be outside of the possibilities of what his lordship wishes for you. As for Lady Lyria, if you do decide to wait for her, it might be a very long wait, I must inform you."
Uh-oh.
How long is a long time? Are we talking years?
How long do vampires last? How does that work?
Do you actually say this, or is it a joke?
Yep.
Vampires, are immortal. So a long time.
So probably a while, I guess.
Lyria is not a vampire. And looks to Helga, searching for her expression to confirm this statement.
Once again, a rather blank expression meets yours. Well, it all depends, does it not?
So that is very true, and what is also true is that we are her companions. And if Lord Strahd has taken Illyria to be his mistress, so to speak, then by default, one could argue that we are part of that family.
Valyria becomes a vampire, we all become vampires.
Oh boy.
There's a
That's a
calculating...
good end to this story.
It's a calculating look on her face. Technically, that would make you part of her personal court, indeed.
So then, you could also assume that this is now our home too, no?
Just a little bit like a quick of a smile, and then she says, "A union has not officially been made."
No. But there has been courtship and promises, and we all know Lord Strahd's intention. After all, isn't that what this ball was for?
Tradition matters. I would be careful to claim dominion so quickly, my Vistani friend.
Oh, far from it, Helgar. I do not wish to claim dominion or step on your shoes, so to speak. I merely am suggesting we are here, we are waiting for Illyria, and in the meantime, I'm sure you have more important things to do than to watch over 3 people who have no discourse with the current occupants.
I would argue that it's definitely worth my time, ensuring that such important guests are taken care of is vital to his lordship and his staff.
Nix is gonna cock his head, looking at her as if she is hitting on him. Is she hitting on him?
Taking care, you say?
Take care of us.
It was
Hey man, I'm
more
not here to rain on your
patronizing.
parade. I'm not here to rain on your parade, man. If you want a room, I will leave you to that.
No, it's just a gesture with his head. It's not like you find that insight.
It was more patronizing than flirting.
Okay. Just the way you said it.
Sonny is into that.
As you wish, Helger. Then if you would be so kind as to not waste your time and take us back to our apartment, we would be ever so grateful.
Grand words I'm not worthy of. But take you to Lady Lear's apartment safely, that I shall. And up you go.
When we're going there, it's like we're so close. Is the key or her necklace flowing freely?
She
Around her
always puts it back underneath her her shirt.
So you're saying you have to get her shirt off?
God damn it!
Come on.
That was such a Nick's thing to say. Anyway. Let's head up, shall we? Walk up those long stairs. It's getting a little bit tiresome, not gonna lie. Past that weird beating heart, and then in the privacy and safe security. Wait, I got confused because I'm looking for Martia. Why aren't you here, Martia? What are you doing? Where are you hiding?
I just didn't move my token, I don't know. Did I have moved
You
it?
did change the token, I think, by that point. So
okay.
Yeah, new token, who this?
Okay. Ah, that's fine, maybe. Blip blip. Alright, Illyria, you're in the closet.
What?
I mean,
Okay.
we have established she might be bisexual.
Ah, there you are, Leia. Nice to see you.
Is that the kind of thing Strahd is into?
Hello.
Okay, it won't load. Come on, please load. Please load!
just
Anyway,
load it for me.
okay, well, hasn't for me, and I am the only one that matters.
Oh, well,
It was a joke. Oh no, I just
Or
clicked on
was it?
refresh as soon as it loaded, and now I feel like a fool. Ay. Well, anyway, like before, when Helga walks up to the door, she walks in front, has her back to you, whisks out the pendant from underneath her clothes, and she does something, with her back turned towards you. But the door does open, and she politely moves away so you can enter, and then closes the door behind.
Do I see what she does exactly?
Make me a perception intelligence check.
That's a nice 10.
No. It's out of you.
Ah.
She's rather quick. Quick little vampire fingers. No, wait. No, she's not a vampire. But
Yeah.
quick seamstress hands, though.
Is she? Is she not?
We don't
You
know.
haven't seen any fangs, but she hasn't
No, but she
smiled a
has-
lot.
but she did hang from the ceiling last time.
Yes, she did. Right, she is a vampire. I get confused sometimes of who we saw it and who. There's such last days news. And she informs you that you can use the book if you have any wishes or desires, and then closes the door behind.
Oh,
What book? What's she talking about?
I'll show you later. We need to discuss some things, I think.
Okay.
Sure.
Nix, you've known Illyria the longest here. So be frank, please. Is she going to turn into a vampire?
I don't know.
If she does, what are we to do? The whole point was protecting her. If she becomes an immortal, non-vulnerable vampire, we don't really have a point in keeping us alive.
Being frank, I do believe Illyria wants to do the right thing.
But what is the right thing?
I know she... When looking at things without emotion, she knows that Strahd is truly evil. But she is very conflicted. More so recently. She seemed to be more drawn towards that of Tatiana and this possibility that she is reincarnated in some sense. What those visions she's seeing, it's certainly a very strong argument. So I don't know her mother right now. If Asphodel were here, it would be a completely different story.
Asphodel would flip all of them. She would pick them up and spank Strahd in his little bum and take me away.
But
Who?
Oh,
Illyria's companion, whilst they may have know Illyria the longest, Asphodel was sent to protect her, also from outside the mists. Part of
By
the
whom?
protectorate.
A protectorate? You don't say.
she is an Argent Crusader like your father, I think. Argent Purify, my apologies.
Something like that. Sure.
And she left us at a castle fairly far to the south to hopefully investigate certain methods to bring down the reign of the Lord.
So you're saying there's a chance she'll kill Illyria if she turns?
Wouldn't you?
Oh yeah, for sure. As a protectorate, that is, which I'm not.
I mean, just because she turns into a vampire doesn't immediately mean she is turned into a monster she should kill.
Mm,
I mean, sure, it will have its downsides, and she will have to basically drink the blood of her enemies to continue to sustain her existence, but does becoming a vampire really mean you become evil? Why can't you use it to your advantage?
don't get me wrong, I kind of agree with you, but the protectorate doesn't see it that way. They
Neither do I.
they're a bit more cut and dry in that regard.
Yeah, but the protectorate is not here. They don't protect anything here.
Listen, Hamatir, I made a promise to Illyria to protect her and to at least get her back through the mists. I know that's what she truly wants to do. She is just perhaps being wooed. And she does have a brain. She does have a plan. But sometimes those plans aren't exactly all the way thought through. But it doesn't mean she has something she wants to do. I just don't know what it is.
Well, I don't think she'll be turning into a vampire anytime soon, and even if she does, I don't think that means she is turned over to the dark side. Put it bluntly.
To answer your question, Hamatia, should Illyria be turned into a vampire, I will have failed in my mission to protect her. I would leave if she turned.
What?
Sorry, I missed that.
Leave what exactly?
Everything. Barovia. People. I am too dangerous around anyone else to keep them safe. I've lost Calvin, I've lost Illyria, I've lost all my family.
You didn't
Not my
lose
pride.
Illyria yet.
Yeah, listen, mate. She's not a vampire.
I'm just saying. And
So
answering
this is
your
all what ifs,
question.
mate.
I'm just answering the question, Dad.
Yeah, but
At least I will try to. After all, we are still prisoners in this shithole of a castle.
Yeah, I would guess so. Well, if she became a vampire, we wouldn't be prisoners anymore, I suppose.
Indeed.
But that kind of defeats the purpose.
I think the best thing to do now is to try and see if there is any method of escape.
I mean, we basically got permission to just leave, so I don't
True.
think that's really a problem. The problem is
But we don't have a
getting
key.
away with Illyria.
Oh, a key! Is that what? Is that what's keeping us out?
Well, the door
I thought
is
we were waiting
locked.
for Illyria.
Well, yes, but we're talking about the hypothetical thing of if Illyria is turned, then we have nothing left here but our lives, and we have to try and escape.
Yeah, I can take over the key.
But Nix cocks his head and takes off his mask as they're in the apartments. You can take care of the key?
Oh, I mean, I don't need keys, is what I'm saying.
Care to explain yourself?
I can pick the lock, mate.
Well, you see, so can I. The problem here, dearest Thad, is there is no lock.
Oh.
Yes.
That kind of looks back at the door.
Yeah. So you know the necklace thingy that Helga had? That's the key, and it's magical. And unfortunately, I'm also good
now
with
I
picking
see the
locks.
conundrum. I understand it now. Yeah.
The
Yeah, that does
door
make it more difficult.
that has a handle, but it has no turning mechanism. It's kind of strange.
So it's like an inbuilt handle.
Yeah, and you can't even see hinges. It's just a wooden frame shaped like a door with a handle.
Anyway, we are dealing with hypotheticals at the moment. Hypotheticals don't really help.
Is there a window?
There are a few windows, and that's why I'm standing here, within the bedroom here. I do not know if they open, but maybe if we can all try one. I think we should think of a contingency plan.
I'm
Just
gonna
in
go
case.
and look at one of the windows and inspect it to see if it opens or in some way, shape, or form.
As will I.
All right.
I'm not sure where the windows are, but
It's
Wait, you
okay.
can move your token.
oh, is it? Oh, they're on the bed. Gotcha. I'll look above the bed.
Okay. You could clamber onto Illyria's bed with your dirty feet.
Yep. I'll take off my shoes first. How about-
Okay.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Okay.
Your
No,
what?
I won't. That's a lie. I won't take off
Your
my boots.
Your
Yeah, my boots are
But
great.
will
I'm
you
not-
You're
take off your
sneaky.
socks?
Wait, off your feetsies?
Oh, my feetsies. Yep.
Oh.
No. I like
Do they make
like to
any
be on my-
sound?
on my knees.
Ah.
I won't get it dirty on purpose. Let's
Okay.
put it that.
Alright. Good, alright. Anyway, you look at a three-parted LED window that is rectangular at first and then has this half moon top with a bit of a sharp end that is divided into three as well. And nowhere that you can see on the window and the windowsill is there a mechanism to open the window.
I'll knock on the glass. How thick does it sound?
Well, it's certainly high quality. There's 2 panes of glass here to stave off some cold.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like you get back a... It's not like the window's like 30-40 centimeters thick.
Okay, so but it's breakable glass supposedly.
Perhaps with some effort, yes.
Gotcha. Well,
I
Nothing
think
on
I have
this.
an idea. Hamartia is going to write down in the book, field tent, leave the door open when you leave.
What did you say first there?
A field tent.
A
like
field tent?
Yeah.
What?
A tent! But a small tent for the field.
Like a 2-person tent.
Yeah. Like a little ranger's tent, if you know what it is.
Some interesting request.
Okay, you write in the request, it sinks through the paper, and an answer appears. First, like blotchy ink, and then the words, words kind of take shape to. If you go camping or having a picnic, we will provide the necessary equipment to do so as a field excursion from the castle.
Hamartia writes down in the book. Never mind then. Just
back,
one baguette and leave the door open.
back comes, I thought so, and sure.
Smiley face.
I love this so much.
As a receptionist at the hotel.
Present, and I'm in the same room as a vampire, so this is going great.
Woo! Okay, anything else immediately as we wait for our baguette?
And leave the door open.
Well, we shall see about that.
Thad.
Oi.
I don't suppose you can, casual request. Don't think anything of it. But can you turn invisible?
Turn invisible. That's a good question. I haven't tried. Here, let me try. And Thad will toss up the blanket up to cover him, to like hide him, and then drop down and hide.
Wow!
Wow, where did he go?
Next, do you see him? I completely lost sight of him.
We're not freaking dogs, man.
19. Damn.
I mean, no rolling the
Shucks.
world.
Shucks.
No rolling the world. I'm sorry.
Nick's kind of like presses the bridge of his nose really quickly.
Listen, mate. Thad is saying it while on the floor. I've had a bad day. I mean, it started out. No, it was bad.
That is too bad for you, but you see, both Hamatia and I can actually really turn invisible, so...
Well, good for you, mate.
Well, I'm just saying... when that door opens, you're on your own.
And you don't think it'll be suspicious if she comes in and you two are gone?
Well, I mean, we could be in the bathroom. You know, I'm just saying. If it came down to getting out of here, there are other ways that we can try.
Are we waiting for your friend there? For Illyria?
We're talking about the contingency plan.
But we just ordered bread, mate.
Yeah, bread will come. We can order more bread if you want to. It doesn't mean we have to do this now.
And if the bread was coming, we could just leave. Hamatia and I, at least to try and find the key, and you will enjoy all of the comforts of this bread can afford.
I can order you a cookie instead if you wish, so...
No, it's fine. I can cook myself.
We don't have utensils here.
I can make my own.
You want some pocket bombs, maybe?
Some pocket what?
Yeah, I have some left over in my jacket.
Pocket what? No, I couldn't hear you, mate.
Ah,
what was
pocket
that?
worms,
Worm.
you know, the little
Pocket
wiggly
worms.
worms, maggots.
I'm good, thanks.
Okay then.
I've had them before. They're a bit too slimy for me.
Oh, I see. Well, maybe you didn't fry them up well enough.
Oh. Well, I can try it next time, I suppose.
Okay, I'll make you a special.
When I have to. When I have to.
What the hell are you two talking about?
Pocket worms next.
Listen, I'm just humoring him, mate. There's nothing.
This is not the time for humoring. We have Illyria taken by Strahd to God knows where, and we are
probably his
trapped
room.
here. You don't know that.
The other
There could be any. I've been to a certain balcony where he likes to stand. They could be there too.
Oh, that's
Who
true. They
knows?
could be.
Point being, we have a plan if, well, things go completely out of handle. But right now, you can't do anything, Nix. Neither can any of us. So I don't see the
Stop me
point.
wanting to.
Alright.
Look. You guys are talking about pocket worms when I'm trying to think of our lives. And if you can look at maybe somehow breaking through those windows, we call that Plan A. Plan B, there's the invisibility method.
You can try
I'm all
cutting a
ears for
chair
Plan. Yeah,
at the
I'm all
window.
ears for that's still Plan A. Thad. What is Plan C?
Plan
Yeah.
C.
I wouldn't disable it first, but I don't think we possess enough of that. Ooh, maybe we can. Oh, maybe I can charm. Maybe I can charm Helga.
You would fail at that, given that vampires are usually quite immune to being charmed.
Right. Ugh. Well, maybe we can knock her out. Sneakily.
Sneakily and sneakily?
That's a possibility.
Okay, so those are our three options here. We try and break through the windows. If we can't do that, we try and sneak out. If we can't do that, we jump Helga and try and get her key. And hope nobody hears her death throes.
Woo! Okay, that's a contingency plan, but let us remember that we are not executing any of these yet.
True. Maybe. I mean, unless there's some rope here to tie her up.
We can... Okay, I don't think ropes would hold a vampire, but whatever. If they see that they can just turn into mist.
That is why I was thinking it's probably not the easiest. I mean, I don't know if Helga can turn into mist, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what they do. I am just thinking of our lives, and here's
the way she spoke about us living, the way she said it, it's just like, hey, leave whenever you want, but probably, like from her perspective, probably Lyria would turn into a vampire, so you might want to leave because you have to wait for her a lot, and this is a picky situation to be in.
Okay, I think what we need to do then, whilst we wait, is change back into our original clothing, gather all our things so we can make a hasty exit should we need to hasty exit.
That's a smart move.
Plus, this costume itches, and he picks out the costume from his ass.
Yeah, sure. Let's get dressed, I guess.
I don't want to return to my regular clothing.
And Thad just kind of starts taking off the jacket and just starts to.
Nix goes to where his clothes are, I suppose, and he's just putting on his coat and his breastplate and everything, basically re-equipping.
Hamatia does the same, but she kind of looks a little bit down, having to go back to pocket-on jackets.
Yeah. Okay. Meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
Ja, prata högt för oss.
Nah, that's a little bit too heavy.
Ja.
Let's go for this one, I think. Yeah. That one is better. That was way better.
Ja, streamer.
Alright. Let's go back here. Okay. So, Illyria. The question was asked. Fate let go of his breath. Already knowing what you were going to answer. But none of us do. So, let us hear it.
Oh god. Illyria just kind of looks at him, not quite sure what to say or how to word it without ending up vampire food. But at the same time, remembering the vision and those blue eyes and this draw that she tried to ignore ever since seeing him for the first time. And she said, I would be lying if I said that I didn't feel something to you.
He's hanging on to every word, watching your eyes, your face, your lips as you talk.
Even back
Okay.
when we first met.
Ikke det.
And when I see that snowy day and a beautiful white dress, someone holding out the hand towards me.
He
Ruining my fucking life.
withdraws a bit, shielding his face from yours. Stands up and goes over to the fireplace with his back towards you, but not saying anything, not yet.
Did I say something wrong?
I didn't know you've had visions of that day.
Oh yeah, classic.
What else have you seen?
The wedding. And fire. Pain, for the most part.
Johnny hade...
The shoulders tense, rises a little bit. One hand turning into a fist. So, you have seen the moment at the altar with Tatiana.
I have. Well, maybe. I remember going towards an altar. I'm not quite able to make out what was said or what happened before being thrown towards the other end of the room and just pain.
Pain is the word does not make justice
Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself that.
of that moment.
Crazy fucking wild ass.
It's far too tame. But let me I must know,
I'm not installing.
what
I'm not installing that fucking game.
came first? The vision? Or meeting me at the crossroads of my castle?
Spela en dataspel.
of character. I wanna say it was the vision. Did that happen before that?
Yeah, the vision happened at the crossroad to Tsir Pools and the road to the bridge of Tsir Falls that
Yeah,
leads to the
was that
crossroad of the
before?
castle of Balaki. Oh god.
Yeah,
We
that's
had
why,
the
like,
vision
did the
before.
crossroads
Yes.
towards their pool happen before we had the
Yes, yes.
meeting with him?
Yes.
The question of whether or not you tell that.
Why are you asking?
His back is still to yours. His face turned away. Only thing you can hear is the one stutter you have ever heard him express. And the slight uncertainty in his voice. There's a second. Then a rather soft please. I must know.
It was one of the first things that happened when I entered this place.
A shudder goes through him. A hand reaches out to the mantelpiece of the fireplace to steady himself. Hand... There's this very strange sound as stone yields for flesh. And a few crumbled pieces of stone falls to the ground. I see. I thought this time would be different. I thought fate had finished this cruel play with my life. And finally, after all of this suffering, there would be a sun, a spring, a dawn for me.
What? What do you mean?
Another deep sigh. I thought this night would be a triumph. That finally happiness could be in the grasp of my hand. But I see that my chances are forever dimming.
What are
Closing
you
in
on
on
about?
its final act. I should, Lady Lyria, for my sake, face you right now and sink my teeth into your supple flesh and make you mine. But this pride, my principles, must forever stand in my way. My duty, my honor.
What's wrong? I'm trying to understand.
You must leave me. Go. Now. Before I do something I will regret. I don't want your obedience. I want your heart. You must go to Kresk. Go now. And then I'm sure
I've never been done like
you
this.
will make me your villain.
Jag har bannat henne från alla
But
chatter.
but such is my burden. Go!
Illyria looks, tries not to, but looks quite scared, but she has sort of like been eyeing like the door for a while at this point, and she's just like, very well.
Alright. You open the door, step into the other room, and what you leave behind is the sound of a man incapable of crying, but trying to do so. And then we're gonna go for a break. Whoa!
It's such a... I don't want to think of it, but I hate his guts.
What?
Big Satch, fuck him.
Okay. Easy boy.
Okay!
No.
Woo!
Let me out. I'm gonna go.
Alright. Refill your glasses.
Can I feel them with Star's tears, maybe?
Well, that would be blood. So if you're up for that, then sure. It's rather
Yeah, sure.
vampire-y of here, isn't it? Rather metal.
Well, I am a vampire.
I'm a vampire, and I only drink other vampires' tears.
So. Ooh.
Wow. That would be hell of a thing, wouldn't it be? Anyway, refill the glasses. I'm gonna go get a quick snack, and we shall come back and see what happens next. Woohoo!
Woo!
Woo! Alright, hello.
Hello.
He must have said, oh shit, Strahd has a shred of decency in him. Audible.
Does he?
From Cookie. Would it be too much to ask of Strahd to just be a cartoonishly villainous creep that can be butchered without moral ambiguity?
But where's the fun in that?
Yeah, what's the fun in that? What exactly is moral ambiguous about Strahd? Yeah, true. It depends upon that he's vaguely humanoid, lol. I think it justifies morality. True. He's displaying emotions other than greed, hate, and lust. True. But does other emotions than greed, hate, and lust make a moral compass? And
Yes.
can you judge somebody else's moral compass just because it doesn't align with yours? You can disagree with somebody else's morals, but I mean, their moral compass is their moral compass, right? I think it
moral
is.
compass is not about if I'm crying because my dead wife isn't returning to me, even though I hoped that she would be in the form of this half-elf from outside the mists, and because you're not, therefore you should feel sorry for me, whilst in the basement I keep prisoners locked up and allow hags to carve out babies into no, come on.
Well,
Okay,
I
so
wasn't
I already
referring to
It's like
to this moment.
it doesn't make any difference. It's like a warlord with like a massive amount of genocide crying that he didn't get the flavored ice cream he wanted. That is what we're talking about here.
Yeah, so what if I let like a hag kill children and serve them as spies? I'm sad about it. Doesn't that count to anything?
Guys, he's really sorry, so it's all okay.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm like just so buggy, but I was like, I feel like it's more like he's like, oh like whatever it is that happened that day, he's like, oh shit, I can't have her actually remember.
I just don't care.
Well, we shall see. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Illyria, do you go back the same route?
Yeah, she just gonna make her way back.
Okay. Alright. Oh god. I'm just gonna put you in the spiral staircase and say like you take the same route back, nothing is locked, you can just head to where you were. And the scene you step out into. Or should we go for the balcony? We should go for the balcony.
Are you okay on that, Bexxy?
I'm thinking hard. Let's go back here. Why did it take me over there? Oh. Oh god, why is it so jittery? Come back. Come back to where I wanted to be. Okay. That's nice and strange, but we shall try to survive. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to my internet connection.
Internet, please work! Internet, don't fuck up. So what if your internet fucks up? He's sad about it.
There we go.
I have
Hey.
powerful now.
Illyria. You step out.
Yeah.
Is there no light sources here? There should be. You step out on the balcony of the ballroom. And oh, there we go. And what you see is an empty ballroom. No servants, no food. And no music is being played. Except for what can only be described as like a tiny bloodbath in the corner. The vampires are
What the fuck?
laughing,
Why did
talking loudly, seeming a little high after the drink, with 3 of the musicians slumped in their chairs looking anemic, whilst a third is lying on the floor without moving.
Illyria's just gonna glance down and like be a little bit disgusted and just keep walking back towards her apartment.
Alright. A servant does pick you up when you enter into the main hallway. Who takes you upstairs.
Oh, classic.
Oh god, it's gonna be pretty funny, isn't it? As as Hamardia, Nyx, and as Thad has just finished discussing Plan C and started changing their clothing, in walks Illyria.
Oh no!
After all of that setup and worry, she just casually walks through the door.
X! Hamartia points ecstatically onto the entrance.
Illyria just walks in and like half of the door just immediately says, "We should be leaving as soon as possible."
Nyx walks like with purpose and without a stutter in his step, right towards Illyria and just grabs her and hugs her.
Aww.
In a very kind of like strong embrace, even though he's kind of weak, but you know, as strong as he possibly can
Illyria
handle it.
seems very glad and just hugs back.
And you will happy to know that her body is warm and there's a heartbeat.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I also wish to check if there are marks on her neck.
No. In the embrace. Can't see, there's no mark.
And I'm sure you are wishing to tell us exactly what happened, but if you are also saying that we should leave as quickly as possible, go get your things. We are already prepared.
Alright.
Well, this was fun, I have to say. I did hope that we can stay overnight, but it seems like we should probably go.
Isn't it like close to dawn by now?
It's more like it's close to like midnight or beyond.
Oh,
Either
okay.
way, I'd rather not stay the night here before he changes his mind.
Changes his mind about what exactly?
Letting me leave.
Oh, okay. Good point. Let's
Let's just say he didn't take the fact that I seem to recall what happened back then very well. I
Oh,
don't know why,
well, that's interesting.
but I think we should find out.
Well, we can speak to Mr. Abbott in Kursk. Maybe he has some answers other than, ooh, you're all tainted. Ooh, woe on me. I don't know.
He said something about I should go to Kresk and I would make him my villain.
What does that mean?
I wish I knew, but he also said he would like to sink his teeth into my flesh and make me his right now. And the only thing keeping him from doing so is some sense of honor, duty, whatever. So I'm getting changed right now.
Yeah, right now.
Good plan. Thad, do you have everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, mate. I'm ready to go. I'm happy to leave.
Wait, what the fuck is Woodgon?
It's BRB.
Ah, right.
What do you mean? I'm right here, mate.
I hear, mate.
Yeah.
Go.
Do you think I can take the dress with me?
Yes. Well, I don't think they're asking for it back.
Taking it. I'm taking it. And she's going to take the dress. Really quickly stuff it into her bag.
The what?
The dress that you wore.
Oh, the
for
dress. Oh, okay. You just stuff it in your bag like, oh, it's my...
Yeah, she's like goleming on it.
Alright, welcome back. Thad,
Yes,
Illyria
sorry.
just walked through the door, and she was like, hey, I'm fine. Strahd is super close to want to bite me. We should leave.
And that we are prepared to go, and if you have everything you need.
But by that point, I assume I changed my clothes back. So
Yes.
yeah, sure.
Alright, okay.
Then we wait on you,
Let's-
Illyria. Do we have to?
I mean,
Hamatia,
Illyria,
maybe.
as she said, probably like already half like grabbing her clothes, already half like undressed.
Neat. Hamatia.
Nice. Noise.
Hamatia, maybe
Cool
ask
beans.
for. Yeah. I'll write in the book to see if we can leave or something. I guess
You know what? Give me the book.
the book
I'm
is
going
in the
out
room.
there. Yeah, and Hamatia, while like dressing, she is right now putting on her pants. So it's like sulk jumping, putting her pants on and going to the book and she then ties her belt and takes the book and throws it over to Alea. Catch!
Lyria catches it and just, goes to like right in it. Just, we would like to head back now and just writing like our name under it.
Oh. Signed, Saint Lady,
Just
Illyria.
Illyria!
Lady Saint Empress Alea, first of her name.
Just like, you
Bonzarovich.
know,
Subtle.
yeah.
Lady Saint.
Yes. And merely like 5 minutes thereafter, Helga's face steps into the apartment with a baguette underneath her arm.
Why is there a baguette?
Oh, that's mine. Thank you.
She hands it over, no questions asked. She looks over to Illyria, and there's a little bit of shock. Lady Illyria, I thought this is unexpected, but yes, of course, you want to leave. Right this way.
I was told to.
Told to. Okay, then we better go now. And her brow is very furrowed as she starts to walk down the stairs, a little bit scatterbrained. You return to the bowels of the castle, taking the same route as you did before. Whenever there is a door that has no lock, no hinges, Helga fishes out her necklace and opens the path for you. You return to the room with the teleportation circle. Furthest down in the bowels of Castle Ravenloft.
We do have a shard, actually. I'm trying to flamethrower. Okay.
If it would allow me.
It's radical. It's like it didn't have enough damage.
Are you sending us back to where you picked us up?
As you step up towards that arcane swirls and Coptic runes, Helga says, there are a few options. Where do you want to go?
Where you picked us up, close to Kresk.
Very well. She steps over to the I'm gonna give you all vision. 1 second first. You guys seem to have disappeared from this view.
Helga, hold on a second. Can you relay a message for me to one of the courtiers here? To Gertruda, maybe.
Gertruda is merely a guest, not an official member of the court, but of course.
Just tell her that Hamatia says she saw it. That's it.
All right. She nods. Just says, "It will be done."
Thank you.
She steps over to this iron chest that is in the corner, opens it up. Once again, with her necklace, picks something up, turns around, and you can see it now. It's like a little completely rounded, opaque stone that has this kind of jasper agate kind of pattern to it. But it is violet in color. And she throws it into the fire.
Nature's prophet does not understand how my character
A few Coptic runes around the teleportation circle brightens in the same violet sheen. And then she steps forward and mentions with her hand that the flight is now departing. Basically.
Yeah.
Can I take a note of the final runes that I didn't catch the first time?
Yeah,
Since we're
like during
watching
this
this?
time and Hamardia like talking, then yeah.
Okay, I'll sketch them in my book.
And then with a blinding, dizzying, weirdly stretched out moment as the world disappears in a violet sheen, the most striking difference that you experience is the change in temperature. Of course, the castle's bowels is not the most warm thing ever. It's still not this cold, mountainous autumn air, midnight air that fills your lungs. It's pitch black. You're standing somewhere in the woods, and in this little clearing with this black snow in the shape of this teleportation circle, where it has blasted the earth and the snow over time. Every time it's been used. And trees all around you. And then kind of the welcoming sound of a raven that calls out in the forest night.
And we're alive! Yay!
We are. We should check on our stuff and Casimir.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Daphne.
We look around for the cart.
Yeah, with your dark vision, no problem. It's just stationed a little bit further into the woods. There's a campfire there that drew you in, and a sleeping bag, with a red tiefling's head sticking out of it, and it's sleeping soundly.
I guess I woke up, guiding the rest of the party who can't see in the dark, and just like kick the tiefling. Oof!
Oof.
Like not like full on boot, but more like nudge with my foot, not punting the kid, just to wake him up.
Okay.
Your duties are done.
There's a bit of a shout, a scramble to their feet, dagger drawn, eyes wide open, breath in their throat, and then he, with his dark vision as well, sees all of you and immediately drops the dagger behind his back, where it just magically disappears and goes, oh, well, I didn't expect you to come back so soon. Welcome back, I guess. Huh?
Your duties are done. You may return to your lord.
He looks at all of you, looks at Lyria. Alright. Yes, of course. Sorry to disturb, everything is fine, yeah, They can get out the horses. The weird elf guys meditating over there.
Weird elf guy.
And he points towards Casimir, who was just sitting there silently in the darkness, just watching you with no expression of happiness that you have returned or confusion or anything, just a blank stare. And Radu immediately just takes his stuff rather hastily, like pushes it down a backpack, and then starts to trudge back towards the road, and walking a little bit west, going, well, that was all nice and all. See you next time. Bye.
He's cute, actually. Hmm.
Who
Nice
was
to
that
see
again?
you too, Casimir.
Oh, that was a bodyguard, well, sort of bodyguard that guarded our stuff whilst we were busy being guests of Stad. So he's done
He
his
is
job.
Strahd's employed stalker.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh, he stalked you? Well, he's not cute at all then.
Um,
And this is our dear friend and wizened elf from Valaki, Casimir.
Great poet.
oh god.
Casimir, this is that. Also from the Protectorate.
He rises, having a little bit of like snow that had dinkled down on his head and his shoulders. Doesn't really care, just rises out of it, and steps into this like glade, and nods his head towards Thad.
I nod back. Pleasure.
Is this game
I've
saying to leave or something? I don't know. I've been disconnected.
never seen anybody return from the castle looking as well and whole as you are.
Well, I don't know about everyone else, but my squishy innards are still whole.
Mine are barely.
I lost a bit of blood, but it's nothing I didn't lose before, so it will come back eventually.
Look at that.
Fab.
What?
So, what do you think of Lady Tista right now?
She's Huh.
I think he's been charmed.
I know. She's pretty great. Well, as far as vampires go, I suppose.
Has it not been an hour since?
Is it like an hour?
24 hours?
Lasts
Yeah.
24 hours.
That's
Oh,
what I
24
thought. Yeah.
hours. Okay.
Yeah, so right now I don't think he's in an objective set of mind, and I don't really want to risk a soul trying to snuff him out of it.
Well, he's just going to have to enjoy the warm, fuzzy feelings of a vampire lady that drank of him.
I mean, yeah, I did get drank from, but I think the price I paid was good for the product I got, which is a friend in court. Hopefully.
I really hope I didn't destroy every, I don't know, sort of.
No, you did great. You did great. You didn't ruin anything, and I do believe we'll hear from our dear Lord in the future.
Wait, we don't
I
know
am
exactly
not
what happened.
sure.
Maybe. I mean, we did say that we did say he'll give me another treat. But I don't think that would be for the best, if I'm completely honest.
What happened, Illyria?
Well, he apologized and made his feelings clear once again, and he asked how I felt about him.
And how do you feel about him?
I told more or less the truth, but left out the part where, I still haven't forgotten what he did to Irina. And I thought that maybe the fact that I do indeed share memories of his love would please him, but
But
Have you ever seen somebody destroy stone with their bare hands?
I mean, like crushing a whole stone in their hand?
No, but there was some crumbling going on with that fireplace. He didn't seem to take it well. He was saying something about the fates not allowing him happiness.
So I'm struggling to put the journey of events. He took you from the ball somewhere, and you had a conversation, and you told him that, hey, I see your dead wife's thoughts or memories, and then he took that badly?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Ooh, that's a lead. If he doesn't like it, that means it's good for us.
And he said I should go. I should go to Kresk, and that whatever I would learn there would make him my villain.
Are you missing something here?
Yeah, I feel like those are huge pieces of the puzzle that's not visible.
Well, we don't know how the puzzle is composed. We don't know its structure. We don't know anything
Well,
yet.
it's up to Illyria to tell us what happened.
That is what happened. He spent way too many words and, like, confessing his love for me once again and apologizing for, well,
So
me, well, not for, well, thinking of me as her.
I'm not sure I follow exactly. Maybe you had to be there, but for someone to profess their love to you and then to spin on a coin that now you're free to go and go ahead to this place to make me an enemy, it seems very
Look,
juxtaposed.
I thought he would be pleased that I truly do share some recollections of. But he changed just like that.
Try to think, Illyria. There must be some sort of wording or question that he asked you that made him change his mind. Not that it might matters to
He
me,
asked
to
me
be
how I
honest.
felt about him, and I told him as honestly as I could.
But okay, so how did you get from your feelings about him into that vision thing?
But hold on, you keep skipping around this, Illyria. You said you told him your feelings. What exactly were the words that you told him when you told him what you felt about him?
I said that I have felt a strange connection to him. And and I mentioned that I also felt a certain warmth when seeing visions of that day, and then he just flipped.
Vampires are interesting creatures.
It's very strange.
I brought it up because I thought it might please him that she's not completely lost to him.
Or maybe it's a wild guess, but what if their love wasn't as lovey-dovey as Strad claims it to be? What if there were problems there? Problems he doesn't want you to know.
Seems like it. He said his duty, I don't know, honor, whatever, doesn't allow him to just make me his right now. So I think he'd rather I wouldn't know.
So he's going from the perspective of, I don't want to force you to like me. I want you to like me because you want to.
Why is he so emotional about it? He's calculating. He managed to keep all of these wild hounds he calls courtiers in check for centuries on end without anyone ever really giving him any opposition. So he's smart enough to know how to move people to do his will, and yet he wants you to do this choice, make this choice on your own. It feels contradictory. It feels like he doesn't suit his personality based on events that did happen.
Feels like a lot of time to take. I suppose as a vampire, he's got all the time in the world. But so now we're here, and he says, "Okay, we're going to Kresk, and you're going to make an enemy, a villain of him." You said.
That is what he said.
Is this
And
something you want to do?
That is what Elsa mentioned too.
Well, maybe. I mean, isn't he already a villain in your eyes? Oh, maybe he's not. Is he? What do you think of him? Do you think he's redeemable in any way, or is he just a plain monster to you, Lydia?
A little bit closer to the microphone, Cookie, next time.
Oh, sorry.
It's... I want him to be a monster to me, but I'm not sure I can convince myself entirely of that. Most of all, I want to help the people of this land. And I want to find out what really happened.
Well, from the way it sounds, he thinks that whatever you find in Kresk will seal the deal about what you think of him. So,
I don't think you should be under any illusion, Illyria. The monster that Strat is. Going to Kresk may uncover some things that Strat is anticipating will make it assured about the monstrosities that he has committed. If that's the case, you cannot straddle the fence of both. I like you, maybe, but also, damn, why the murder? You have to choose. You can't be both.
Look, what I said to him was just to be like, hey, I'd really like to go to Kresk to figure this thing out. Could my friends and I please all leave alive? We managed in one way or another. I'm not a vampire yet. So...
Then it's a win.
Trust me.
it is a win.
I hate every little part of me that sees any humanity in him. And that's why I need to know what happened.
And we will. But first, we must rest.
Before that, well, do any of you have any more intel that you gathered that you wish to share? Maybe.
I
About anything?
don't have any reason why not to share it. But I just think we could probably do that as a summary of like everyone just shares everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sit down, take over Radu's campfire, try to make things as cozy and warm as possible, and with your remaining energy reserves, which are running out.
We set up watches.
Alright.
Edge blade.
Casimir offers to take the first watch to at least let you guys sleep a little bit.
I will take second watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take those if needed at this point.
It doesn't really matter how we call it out. Before you tuck in though, Casimir looks over to Hamartia and Thad and quickly comments, I wouldn't lose my life in the coming hours unless you want to turn into a vampire. Sleep tight.
Wait, hold up. What?
What did you say just now?
Yeah, that was a pretty quiet.
Well, you do not know?
No. What should we know? Exactly.
That after being bitten by a vampire and you die soon afterwards, you become one of them.
That was
Oh, you undie, you mean?
again, to be honest.
Like, gotcha.
How the fuck did I not get MVP?
Yes.
How soon does that
You got
take effect?
genuinely.
There's a certain poison that's in the fangs. As long as it remains in your system, there's the
Yeah. The fucking
there's the possibility.
carry. God.
But it usually disappears when you
the
have
That's 0, 11,
aptly
13.
regained all your missing blood.
MVP.
So we just need to rest and we'll be fine, that's what you're saying.
Jag hade med
Yes. I just
Good.
said I hope nothing happens this night.
Okay, let's hope so, because planning is not something I really wish to do yet.
Yeah, it's not. Doesn't sound fun.
Thad slits his own throat in the middle of the night.
Well, good night, Casimir, and do give me a really deep poem when you wake me up. Please. Maybe something tragic.
Well, on that wholesome note, I'm going to sleep.
Okay. Casimir's like, I'm not a poet, he mutters to himself. And number one, you go to sleep. You have your watches, but the night is cold and very lonely. Morning comes though. No depths ahead. Woo!
Yay!
And you all come to, feeling a little bit groggy probably.
Can you remind me how a long rest works, HP wise?
Oh god, yes. So, you regain half your HD, and then you spend HD to regain your hit points.
Cool. Give it on.
But your lower HP maximum, of course, goes back to normal.
Woo.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yes,
Cool beans.
cool beans indeed.
Neat.
Neat.
And we're not vampires. As of now.
Yes. Thad and Hamartia are vampires. Woo! No.
Okay. I'm a hag vampire. Hagfire. Crackfire. Shit.
What a mixture. Scary.
We also gain half the maximum hit dice after the long rest as well.
So
Yes.
do I first get the
You
maximum or do I first
No, you
spend?
get half, and
But
then you
first-
have to spend it.
Oh.
You can't spend it first.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Fine.
Indeed. All right. The mists, ever present, welcome you to the new morning, but the air is rather, fresh, high, airy, with a cold crisp to it. It's not under freezing during the middle of the day, but close to it. And you wake up a little bit later than the normal. It was rather late when you arrived here, and you did choose to sleep in a little bit. So it's probably 10, 11 in the morning right now, as you come to and like pack up your camp, get your wagon, your 2 horses.
Head on our way.
Yes.
Alright.
Everyone is so strangely quiet. Ooh.
Oh, you want? Okay. I mean, I can say something.
Yeah.
We've just done a lot of talking so far.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. All right. You take the horses and the wagon, go back to the main road, and continue on your journey before you were so rudely interrupted by Helga and her posse of servants. And as you get closer and closer to Kresk, that's in the distance, you hear the somber toll of a bell that comes from the stones far above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown so accustomed. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road that clings to the cliffs that lead up from the Walled settlement to whatever sits above. Presumably, though, the abbey. The road carries you steadily northward to a road junction. One snow-covered road continues east. But you continue on the northern path, letting your feet take you towards that chime. You climb a rocky escarpment, ending at a gatehouse and a wall.
Ooh, an ominous wall.
Yes.
So do we knock? Do we say hello? How do you do, fellow Kreskians?
I have never visited Kresk. I don't exactly know, but we'll just have to see what's what when we get there.
I think we head up to the gate, see if anybody's there.
Yep.
Announce ourselves.
Sure.
Right. The air has gotten even colder up here. Now we are underneath freezing. These 2 square towers with peaked roofs flank this stone archway, into which is set a pair of 4-meter high iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arc, above the doors, is indeed a name crest. Atop the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They seem to twitch and converse rather tensely with each other as they see you approach, and the glint of an arrowhead appears in 2 arrow slits in the gatehouse towers above you.
I'll look up at them and like raise both my hands off of the. I guess I'm driving, so off of the reins and say, "Don't mind us. Just some Vistani wishing to trade. I think that's fine. We have a pass from Valaki. From Lady Vakta."
They continue talking to each other, and then one approaches the parapet, leans down to shout at you, and take a little bit of a closer look. A woman is a little bit hard to tell underneath the fur coat and the fur hat, to be honest with you. Do you have wine to trade with Stani?
Do we have wine?
Get the inventory.
Do we have wine?
Do we have wine?
I don't have
I don't.
wine.
We don't have like casks of wine. I don't believe.
No. Why did you say we're Vistani?
Well, because I am a
Wine.
Vistani.
Uh,
No, unfortunately not. But we have business with the burgomaster of Kresk.
What kind of business?
Well, if you would be so kind to open the gate, I will be more than happy to show you. It's a little chilly out here.
They talk to each other again, and they say, she says again, "No one gets into Kresk without a proper reason, Vistani."
And I have a proper reason. And just checking through the party inventory. And we
And
do have
you
a
are
small...
also a servant of the devil. Why would we want you to enter into our home? And is one of those cursed wood elves?
can Illyria get out of the car?
Yeah. Jump out.
Illyria just kind of like walks up and do excuse my travel companions. We do have reason to visit Kresk and quite important business to discuss with the abbot. My name is Lady Illyria Feathermore. I do have a letter of recommendation from Lady Wachter.
Who is this Lady Wachter?
Current burgomaster of Valaki.
What? And they start conversing with each other again. What a long time.
Well, if you would like, I do think the abbot has business to discuss with especially my friend over here.
Business? They look a little bit scatterbrained. There's a lot of information that you have given them. They ask, do you seek to have anybody, revived from the dead? Is that it?
No, not per se. It's more complex than that. And now that I think of it, we do have a small cask of liquor here. We are more than welcome to share with you if you would let us pass.
They go into a stormy conversation again, and then one of them shouts, "Oh, hold on a minute! We're getting the burgomaster."
Oh, thank God.
This. Wow, they are not really.
They're worse than Valachians.
Wait,
These guys are fucking horrible.
Something here isn't exactly
how
right.
did we survive for 500 years in Barovia?
Well,
That's a
Kresk
good
wasn't
point.
like this always. Kresk used to trade with the Vestani, but something has changed.
Maybe because they Vistani. But they refer to Scott as the devil, right? So that means they probably don't like Vistani very much.
Well, at least the last time I was told. It was possible for Vestani to come and go. If they had one, sure, but I know that Kresk is very self-sufficient. Maybe less information has come from Kresk recently, but still.
So, who's the burgomaster here? Did we see him?
I don't know.
Is it the abbot or is the abbot like a totally different beast?
I think he might be a different person.
Probably a different person. The abbot is, I believe, probably someone from the cathedral up on the top of the
Yeah.
mountain. The burgomaster is hired for the peacekeeping, you know?
Isn't he like a puppet for our dear Ostad?
We don't know. But something is very different here from what I expected.
Oh well, I guess we'll find out the
I
hard way.
just hope we can convince them somehow.
Convince them to do what? I mean, they'll
Let us in.
Oh well, if they don't convince us, there are other ways we can go.
GM, did I get a good look at the guards?
Yeah.
Do they look like they're sleep deprived or anything off about them?
They're wearing like fur hides, spears, short bows. They dealt with you guys in a rather unprofessional manner. Like they were more confused than assured.
Mm-hmm.
The wall is about 6-7 meters tall, quite sturdy. It looks like from afar. Like this was definitely built to last, with a few arrow slits in these towers that are about 15 meters apart or so. And it's 3 guards here that you see on top of the walls, and 2 arrows coming from the arrow slits above you. But the next guard is... you cannot see anyone else on the walls. Not beyond the blizzard.
Is the architecture of the cast of the masonry, is it familiar to the one we saw in Argenvostolt?
Oh. Well, both were built to last, but it doesn't have the same flourish as Argenvostolt has.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. You wait the better part of 20 minutes. And then eventually, with a fur hat on top and another hand like trying to keep it down to not fly away, the other hand like grasping a cloak closed, is this man that leans over the parapet to look down upon you with a rather curious and worried glance, shouting, "Greetings, travelers, Vistani and Saturmo. I heard you had news. business with the abbot and something to trade?
All of that, yes, and we are getting a little bit chilly out here, so if we could speed this up, that would be great.
He looks down upon you, a measuring glance. He says,
Can I gesture to like the cart in like a very sort of used car salesman kind of way?
Sure.
To embellish the fact that just to try and convey more of a tradesman kind of thing. There's more to it, you know, like this baby will take you across the world kind of thing.
His eyes only flicker over the card, but then looks at all of you up and down once again. You look like you know how to handle yourselves. As these outsiders you have brought in from outside of Barovia, Vistani?
That's right. All sorts of trade and new customs abound. Stories for everyone. Just a warm fire. That's all we're asking for. And maybe a brief word with the abbot. But really, we're just here for trade or conversation. No funny business. I promise you.
Right. Make me a persuasion check or a deception with either manipulation or presence, depending upon how you want to convey it.
I think he was going further.
A little bit more manipulation though, because it's a little bit hard for him to see your
my gesturing.
Yeah, your facial expressions. Yeah.
Okay, I can't use my thing. Oh my god.
Ooh.
Like a. Ugh.
There are many dangerous things afoot these days, Vistani. We could use, I guess, somebody like you, but are you sure? How much wine do you really have?
I mean, we have some very strong liquor, but wine is being wine right now. It's a little bit hard to get a hold of. But that we are trying to resolve. If you would allow us the grace to warm up, we could get on our way in resolving the wine situation as fast as possible. And in the meantime, a gift of our liquor to you and your gods at least will tide you over.
Right. And he scratches his shin a little bit. I would allow one of the cursed ones into my walls. 2 is a little bit much.
Wait, you?
Restaurants? Oh, the elf.
Choose between the Vistani and the wood elf, please. That's the best I can do. I'm sorry, travelers.
I mean, it's done. Yeah. So that's maybe. So you're just going to ditch Casimir?
As long as the elf can stay by the gates, you know, just so he's not out in the blizzard. But sure, that sounds fine to us. Looking around to the party.
Sure.
It's fine to us. One cursed one, no one free.
Casimir looks a little bit offended.
Illyria is kind of like, Illyria doesn't like the idea. But
Yeah.
I'd rather argue about that once we're inside the gates, to be honest.
Sure. We have to get in. Whatever it takes, Illyria.
I'll hopefully we
Casimir.
won't be in there for long. And she just kind of looks to Casimir very apologetically.
He holds up one hand and says, "Do not worry. Kinda used to it."
I think this whole cursed one's business is bullshit. Sorry.
You're not going to change that overnight, Illyria.
I know. Let's get going.
I will be waiting in the woods for 3 days. Then I am going to return to my people to make sure that they are alright.
You sure? No, Casimir, what are you talking about? Going back to your people's going back to slavery. You could die.
It gives you like a look of what?
Because like he's saying earlier on that he had changed allegiance, that because he left with us.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
joke's on you, he wants to die.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but he's like, but think about your sister. We have this deal. We'll come back here for sure. Just don't leave. We won't leave you here.
I don't think this will take 3 days, but we came back.
We gave our
Last
word that we'll
night.
take care of your sister.
And we need to get there.
Alright. Fine. If you say so. And he nods, but it's clear on his face that if he do take too long, he doesn't know what
Yeah.
to do. Yeah. And he steps away from the gates and just silently walks into the woods.
Before he does that, Illyria gets
He's like straight, very uncomfortable, brings out a hand, like pats you on the head.
I mean, it's just like really short, and Illyria knows the rules is one up, but then is like, don't worry, we won't take long.
Yeah. Fucking save your life. That's what I'm doing.
Good. I might be strange, but I do have a little bit of hope this time that I would be able to redeem myself finally. So please come back.
We will come back.
Okay.
Casimir, just generally gesture to where you're going to be staying in the forest so we can actually come find you.
He just points towards the tree line. Straight south.
Thumbs up.
Khabibs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Neat.
Let's get inside.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
As Casimir has walked off a little bit out of sight, and you're still standing there in kind of very, cold, the burgomaster finally calls for the gates to be open, and you're allowed inside. Ooh, exciting.
Finally.
Yeah, finally!
It's only been like 10 weeks.
The mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute as almost a forest, only broken apart by these patches of farmland. And despite it being below freezing degrees, these farmlands remain green and bearing fruit. It's more of a hardy kind of vegetables. You see leek, potatoes, carrots, onions, and that kind of flavor. But grow, they do. To the northeast, the Great Cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey is just straight ahead, past a handful of houses and a barn. The burgomaster meets you on the other side, blowing some air into his hands, his cold hands. He has 2 guards beside him with only spears, but they're resting on the ground and like trying to look mean and tough, but not really selling it. And he immediately goes, you talked about some kind of booze?
Yes, true, we did.
Are we able to do business at this time? Is there something that you need, or do you want to take a look around to barter?
I mean, if we're going to be here for just a brief moment, getting ourselves settled will be great. I don't know exactly where we stored the liquor, you see, and I'm sure you've come across many Vistani traders in your time. Give us an hour or so, we'll be back.
Alright. He doesn't really know what to say, squints his eyes a little bit and says, well, if you need me, that's my home. And he points to this ramshackle house over here.
Valeria, maybe you want to deliver the note?
Julie, are you there?
Julie.
You muted yourself.
I'm a dumbass who forgot to unmute yourself. Elaire's like, sure that's a good idea? Well,
I don't know, your call. I mean, you don't have to.
we do bring some news from Valaki, although... Have you actually read the letter? What does it say?
No, you haven't broken the seal. Not at least what you told me, but you can break the seal right now and read it.
Because, like, they don't seem to be too fond of the devil.
I'll look back to the burgomaster and say, I didn't quite catch your name, sorry. My name is Nix Nevere of the Vestani at Sepul. And you are?
Oh! I'm sorry, I didn't... Dmitry Kreskov. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The pleasure's all mine, Dmitry. We will meet you at your home, if that's okay. Just let us square away our cart and get our wares, and we'll be along presently, okay?
Alright, I do recommend, of course, the Stram house, if you're looking for some blacksmith kind of wares. We got a trading emporium that you can visit. It's down there on the southern side towards the east. And we also have a tailor in town. All of us are taking care of pigs. There's a few cows, hens. We have some food.
I can see you have a lot of food, and strange, they're blooming yet it is snowing. That is quite a feat of agricultural genius.
Oh, well, even in death, Saint Markovia's blessed us with her presence.
I see.
Yes.
Well, we'll be along presently then. Thank you, Dmitry.
He's a little bit scatterbrained as well.
I like look into his eyes as he's like talking to me. Does he have like wide pupils? Does he look like either stoned or is it more like a perspective of, he is like feeble-minded in a way?
Okay, yeah, go for it. Empathy conversion.
You stone
Can I
boy.
join that check?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
You heckin' stoned.
Oof. Looks
If-
fine.
if-
I mean, can Illyria try to?
I mean, Ilya can try as well.
Because there's something very off-putting about how awkward he is, but then again, he might just be very awkward.
All of the guards at the beginning were super awkward.
Yeah, like it might just be them not dealing with travelers that much,
I
but
don't
Come
know.
on,
It's sus. The whole thing is sus.
nope.
13.
Yikes.
Wow. Okay. All of you, even with above 10, can clearly see that there is stress around his eyes, a restlessness to his hand. He seems overwhelmed and doesn't know what the right course of action is. Then he's stumbling through everything, hoping that it would lead to something good. And almost like an afterthought, he goes, we actually don't have that much ore right now in the mine. Lady Vasilisa, no, Lord Vasily, of course, comes sometimes and buys it from us.
Is everything okay here? I mean,
Do you sleep okay, mate?
No, not. Things are not okay. Things are falling apart, and I don't know what to do. But please come by later when you feel ready to be warm. Show me that letter from this lady Wachter that somehow the ancient family of the Valakovich have stopped being in power in Valaki, and we can talk about it. By the way, we don't have a tavern. So usually whenever, one of you Vistani come along or some travelers, I usually offer up my house, but everything is kind of tight and hard. So you gotta chop some wood or pick some leeks or take care of some cows or do something for us to earn that warmth and that bed. Is that...
I would gladly do so. If you need me to hunt, I can gather some.
Yeah, whatever you can do, we appreciate it.
Fair to work in exchange for.
I'm sorry. I'm in a little bit of. Usually this goes a little bit better, but
If
my
there's
son recently died, and my wife's brother recently was brought back to life, and we're failing with our winter prep. All of our graves have been dug up, and our children are getting kidnapped in the middle of the night. Help?
I'm sure we can provide some sort of aid.
That's
if-
cool. Thank you. I'm gonna go now and try not to think about my son. Take care.
You too.
And he kind of absentmindedly wanders towards his house. And the guards just stare a little bit awkward at you. And then both of them start to walk in two different directions. look at each other, and then start walking together in one direction.
Yeesh.
And I thought I was bad with people.
I don't think that was necessarily being bad with people. It's more his world is crumbling down
his
around
world's
him.
crumbling. We gotta do something.
I mean, there are lots of things we can do. We can help them gather some firewood. We can help them find the children, which will probably kidnap. Wait, they were kidnapped. Maybe the children that were kidnapped were in there. Remember Wolfman with his little wolf children? Maybe that's
No.
it. You weren't
What?
there. You don't know.
Yeah,
So they were on their own, minding their own business, and then there was like this guy, and he had 2 children with him. He was like, "Oh, go get him!" And he sent wolves to attack, and they basically turned into werewolves, child werewolves, and they tried to attack us. Didn't really go well, and one ran away, and the other one was he was, what did he say? He got the job or something like that, and they went off their merry way. So that was the thing that happened.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, you'll get used to it. It's
We should probably not get too sidetracked, but maybe there is something we can do to help here.
Can we get inside, please?
Oh, yes.
I think my toes are freezing off.
Just put your hand near your toes. That'll make it fine.
It's not actual fire, mate.
Oh.
I can't do this though. And do I see any like pieces of wood around or anything?
Well, there are houses up there.
No, not like that. It's like on the ground, like sticks or something.
Oh, well, there's a tree besides you. You know, you can take a branch.
All right, I'll take a branch, put it on the ground, and I'll cast Create Bonfire.
Oh,
And make a bonfire
okay.
to warm myself up because I'm freezing.
Okay, you just stand there like soaking deep. Well,
Yep.
also to your immediate right, there seems to be some kind of stable/barn, but is used for quite woolly cows. It's just that you have a wagon with 2 horses. Gotta think about what to do with that.
Well, anywhere to put the horses that they won't die at night.
A stable would be great.
Place looked like a fucking shithole though.
Well, we
Can take a look.
can probably ask around and see if we can find somewhere to shelter the horses.
I think that would be what we should prioritize now. So let's see what we can find.
We can help the what's his face dude with chopping wood, and maybe he'll direct us. Or do we want to leave this
Yeah,
guy
we can
alone?
do some chores around town.
Okay, so what are you guys good at doing? I'm good at finding wild animals and, well, eating them. Nothing.
Setting things on fire mostly.
Well, that's a good skill to have here, so...
I mean, I don't mind some physical labor, although I'm not the strongest one.
Yeah, I can do some chopping, light chopping of wood, I guess. Nothing too major.
He is the wood god, after all.
Haha.
Oh my god.
You know what? I
How
gotta
long
go.
have you waited to
Camping, guys. See you later.
But anyway, as you stand
This is
around
all
and
players left here.
you wonder what to do, and where to go next in this whole new environment where you have been, first of all, met by this rather suspicious awkwardness that has turned into this just barrage of problems. And with a lot of questions and fortuity that you have escaped the castle. We're going to end tonight's episode of Charismatic Canine.
Yeah.
We're live!
You're alive!